In this series, I aim to give you a quick introduction to some of the common plant families found in the UK. Learning to identify plant families is a great help in identifying individual plant species you come across. Plants are classified into families based on characteristics that they share. So the way to identify a plant's family is to know these characteristic features. Today we're going to look at the Poaceae, the grass family. Sometimes you might hear the older name of Gramineae used for this family too. This is one of the largest plant families in the world, with over 11,000 species. Between them, they have a cosmopolitan distribution, and grasses are found on every continent in the world, including Antarctica. Most Poaceae are herbaceous, though bamboos grow hard wood-like stems. They are annual or perennial, growing singly, in clumps, or creeping. This family is of massive importance for the global food supply, with humanity's major cereal crops all being grasses: Triticum aestivum, wheat; Oryza sativa, rice; Hordeum vulgare, barley; Sorghum bicolor, sorghum; and Zea maize, maize, as well as Saccharum officinarum, sugarcane. Many Poaceae are used for animal fodder and grazing too. Some are also used as ornamental plants, like Cortaderia salawana, the pampas grass, Brysa media, the quaking grass, and bamboos, such as Philostachys nigra, black bamboo. Other species of bamboo are used for fibre, building materials, fabric, and food. And of course, grasses are used for amenity in landscaping and lawns. Some species have become serious weeds where they have been introduced to other ecosystems, like Cenchrus ciliatus, bufflegrass, and Panicum maximum, panic grass. The UK Poaceae are herbaceous annuals and perennials, and include a wide range of species, from little Poa annua, annual meadowgrass, to tall Phragmites australis, the common reed, Arenathera meletius, false oakgrass, Holcus linatus, Yorkshire fog, Dactylus glomerata, cocksfoot, and Ammophila arenaria, or marram grass. The list goes on. This is the largest flowering plant family in the UK, with close to 200 species. Grasses have small, fairly inconspicuous flowers that are clustered together into groups called spikelets. These spikelets are arranged in inflorescences, either quite compact, such as in this Dactylus glomerata, or looser, like this Arenathera meletius. Each individual flower is called a floret. Florets have no petals or sepals, with these instead being reduced to a pair of tiny scales. They do have a pair of protective bracts underneath, the upper of which is called the palea, and the lower of which is called the lemma. The flowers typically have 3 stamens, occasionally more or fewer, and 2 feathery stigmas. The stamens and stigmas hang out of the flowers to catch the wind. While flowers generally have both stamens and stigmas, sometimes they only have one or the other. How many florets are found in a spikelet is an important feature for identifying species, as is the appearance of the overall inflorescence. Each spikelet has its own pair of bracts beneath it, called glumes. In some species, the lemma or the glumes have a long bristle attached. These bristles are called awns. The ovary of the flowers is superior. The fertilized ovary of a grass flower develops into a dry fruit called a caryopsis. This type of fruit is better known as a grain. Bamboos produce berries. The fruit may be scattered from the inflorescence, catch on animal fur or clothes, or move as the awns dry out and take in moisture again. Poaceae leaves are mostly long, narrow, and strap-like, with parallel lines of leaf veins. In some species, the leaves are fine rather than flat. Some have a keel down the middle, and some roll up along the edge when conditions are dry. The leaves consist of a lower sheath and an upper blade. The sheath clasps the stem and the blade is free. The leaves are arranged alternately in 2 rows. Where the leaf sheath and the leaf blade meet against the stem is a structure known as the ligule. This is membranous, often with hairs. The ligule is another useful identification character. There may also be structure called auricles on either side of the ligule, which is just where the edge of the leaf sheath curls around the stem. The stems that hold the inflorescences, known as culms, are usually round. They are solid at the knee-like swollen nodes and hollow in between them. Often grasses have creeping stems, either growing above ground or below ground. So, if your plant has small flowers grouped into spikelets, grouped into inflorescences, feathery stigmas and stamens that hang out into the wind, no petals or sepals, but with bracts and awns, strap-like leaves with parallel veins, and a ligule where the leaf sheath meets the round stem, then it's in the Poaceae. Look out for these three species. Holcus lanatus, Yorkshire fog, with softly hairy leaves and stems, and a pink-tinged inflorescence. Arenathera meletius, false oatgrass, a large grass with characteristic kinked awns on its florets. And Dactylus glomerata, cocksfoot, a tufted grass with distinctively clumped inflorescences and slightly flattened culms.